Welcome to the Crisscross Corner Podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Crisscross Corner Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Canty, and shout out to all of the members in the Crisscross Corner Podcast Facebook group, all 711 of y'all. 711.
7-Eleven?
Yeah, 711. I might do a giveaway. I don't know. Free Slurpee, 99 cents. I don't know. But join the group and join the conversation every week. We have some good conversations every week. This week is, I think it's, what is your favorite Christmas movie? Since we're in the holiday season. Head on over to shopcrisscross.com. Get your merch. Get your podcast merch. Get your Detroit merch. You know, Black Excellence t-shirt, Black Excellence and more. Get all that at shopcrisscross.com. Promo code Chris for free shipping. You know, the holidays, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to pay that extra money for shipping.
No, you don't want that.
It's usually $5. It's usually $5 for shipping. You know what I'm saying? Or more.
That'd be nice.
Or more for expedite shipping.
Mm-hmm.
But you know where you can put that $5? You know where you can put that $5, Chris?
Where can you put it?
Go to anchor.fm/crisscrosscorner/support and give that $5 a month. So Chris can get paid and get a better haircut.
Yeah, and we can fix up the little Caesars off of Finkel and Myers.
We literally just went past that today, going to CVS. I was like, Chris talks about this place every week. But anyway.
It was a lot to talk about with that week, right. With that one.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. So shout out to Chris Bird, one of the great debaters. He's on the show. Also, my partner in crime on Kris and Chris on Crisscross Studios. Check us out. Starting in January, our monthly episodes, so 12 episodes a year. Maybe more, I don't know. Maybe more. Kris and Chris on Crisscross Corner, Crisscross Studios. We'll be back in January. And Chris needs to pick some topics. So I ain't got to do all the work. But anyway, we got Chris here. Kris Canty here.
Yeah, we got a lot of topics this time.
Today, since we haven't been on the show in a minute, we got to talk about a lot of things. But let's just talk about the elephant in the room. I gotta talk about it.
I think more so the lion in the room.
Exactly, the lion in the room. The Lions won a game.
Wait. Can you say it one more time, Chris?
The Detroit Lions, 2000 Brush Street at Ford Field won a football game. 12 games in the season. You can't make this stuff up, Chris.
Oh, you can't make this up.
We're now 1-10-1.
Yes, which means
we have a perfect score.
It is a perfect storm. But you know what? I'm gonna say this: we didn't win the game. The Vikings lost the game. We didn't win the game. The Vikings lost the game.
You can't give it to us. Come on now.
Let me think.
You got to give it to us. It was the last play of the game. Come on. We won that game.
Here's why. The Minnesota coach, they were pressuring Jared Goff the entire second half. They sent the house every play. And they had my man looking. He's like, oh, my God, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Which way did he go? Every single play. And the one time you decide not to bring in the house, you let that happen on a 4th and 2, and you know they're going to go for the end zone. It's the last play of the game, you stupid idiot. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hey,
but because it's the Lions, because of the Lions,
you got to give it to them. You got to give it to them.
I'll give you 1 week. I'll give it to you.
Hey, man, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to.
Okay. Let's not say okay. No.
Okay. I guess.
You know,
6-10-1. We could make it to the Super Bowl with 6-10-1. I can't even say with a straight face.
When I say that the Detroit Lions have already received their Christmas gift, that was their Christmas gift.
We might win this Sunday. You never know.
Who we play this Sunday?
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah, we ain't winning. Anyways, continue.
All right. Speaking of, actually, before we move on to another team that's winning, prayers go out to the community of Oxford, Michigan, and the school mass shooting that happened last week.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, our prayers go out to the families affected and all the children affected at the high school.
Yeah, man. It's one of those things that, like parents, look at your kids. Please do. It's crazy times out here. I mean, it really is.
It is.
Really. If you're a superintendent, if you're a principal at a school, just if you look out for the whispers, you don't have to look for the screams.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the little things that can just pop up. So please keep the kids safe out there, man. Please.
Yeah, keep them safe. Oh yeah. Speaking of crazy, horrible segue. The Michigan Wolverines. Now, Christopher Bird, I'm gonna say this right now. This is the whole story. So Michigan lost to MSU on October 30th, 2021. It was a good game. I give them that.
No.
They beat us.
You lost to Kenneth Walker III. You didn't lose to Michigan State. You lost to one guy.
Okay, we lost to one guy. It was a great game. However, Michigan State goes into Ohio State. Now, me being a statistics guy and looking at MSU, Michigan State University, East Lansing, trash city, by the way. I was like, you know what? They're going to lose by a good 4 touchdowns. Now, Christopher Bird, this is our phone conversation verbatim. He said the Michigan State Spartans are going to beat Ohio State in convincing fashion, just because that they beat Michigan. Now, Michigan's no slouch. Okay?
I did not say convincing fashion. I did not say that.
Okay, they're going to beat them. They're going to beat them. You just said they're going to beat them.
That's what I said.
However, you're right, Chris. You're right. Because I said that Ohio State was going to beat Michigan State in convincing fashion. And I said by 4 touchdowns. Needless to say, I was wrong. Both of us were wrong. First of all, Christopher was wrong because Michigan State got that ass whooped. And then I was wrong because Ohio State beat Michigan State by, how many touchdowns was it? It was 56-7, which means my prediction was wrong, but I was still right. Even when I lose, I'm right, Chris. But that's just the cake batter. We're baking the cake right now. The next week, Michigan hosts Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, they're like, okay, we're Ohio State. We're going to beat y'all. Michigan came through and tore them up. It was like 42-21 or something like that.
Oh, no. Hassan Haskins tore them up.
No, the Michigan Wolverines from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Great city, by the way. Anyway, I'll talk about Ann Arbor later in my series. But
you actually said something nice about Ann Arbor. I can't believe this.
Well, when it pertains to Michigan.
Okay.
Michigan beat Ohio State.
No, they killed them.
Since Michigan beat Ohio State, they went to the Big Ten championship. Now, this is where things get hilarious. Chris, go ahead. No, I'm gonna say this right now. 42-3. That was the final score. Michigan tore Iowa up. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this right now. For the longest time, I thought Michigan was the imposter in the Big Ten. I thought that for a long time. I thought after Ohio State killed Michigan State, that Michigan State was the imposter in the Big Ten. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been proven wrong. Iowa is the imposter in the Big Ten. How the hell you started off, you were in the top 5 at one point. You were rated number 4 at one point. You got killed by Purdue. Yeah, like you lost to Purdue. You lost like 2 straight games, and then you fell all the way down to like 20 or 19 or something like that, and you get killed by Michigan. Y'all drove 5.5 hours to Indianapolis to kick 2 field goals.
And one of them went in. One of them went in. They could have had 6. They could have had 6 points.
Chris can't. Let me tell you something. That game was over at halftime.
That game was over after they missed the first kick.
That
was in the first quarter.
Yeah, let me tell you exactly what that game was so bad. I sat down and I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna watch Married at First Sight. That's how bad it was.
Damn, Chris.
I started watching it, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna watch actually something that can be entertaining. Because this is not entertaining watching a team get killed. It's like they didn't even show up. They put the second strings in at the end of the third quarter.
And still scored 2 touchdowns.
Hey, Harbaugh told Aiden Hutchinson, he's like, hey, dog, you sit out, get ready to go to the NFL. You've done your time here. You've done well. You're going to be a legend in the school forever, what have you. You know, we'll need to play. Give me the second string. Give me the second string again.
Right.
But the best part of it, Charles Woodson on live TV, when I tell you this man almost lost his job,
he did.
I can feel the tears coming out of this man's face. My man was too happy.
He's like, don't disrespect Michigan. I was like, God.
I swear, man. Like you had the Michigan fans, they were going crazy. The Iowa fans, I bet they started driving on 69 at like halftime and such.
They was gone. They was out of here.
Or they could have went. I bet they probably left to go down to the Second Shake a couple blocks away or so by where the Pacers play at. It was bad. It was bad. It's one thing to lose, but you got embarrassed from the East to the West, back to the East, back to the West.
LOL. Anyway, Michigan's going to the college football playoffs on December 31st, and it's going to be a great game. Who do we face? Georgia, right?
It is. If you would have told me that from unranked to the college football playoff that would have happened, I would never believed it. Because they were unranked starting the year off.
So actually, that is a true statement Chris is saying, because I said that Michigan was going to college playoffs last year, and he said, I don't believe it. And guess what? Guess who's in the college playoffs and who's not? And Michigan State fans always want to say, oh, you did this, but Michigan State did that. No, we're talking about 2021. 2021 was the year that Harbaugh pretty much bought, the Baltimore Ravens offensive.
He saved his job.
But
he saved his job.
He did. But I'm so glad that my Michigan Wolverines are in the college playoffs, and I will watch them.
I will give you a hand clap. I will give you a hand clap for that. In fact, I'm gonna take it a step further. Michigan, Michigan State, Eastern, Central, and Western. All 5 of those teams are qualified for bowl games.
Okay, let's talk about our alma mater. Let's go to Eastern Michigan University. We're gonna go to, what was it, the Linden Tree Bowl, something like that.
The Landing Tree, the Lindenwood, the Breckenridge. I don't know what bowl it is. It's a bowl.
No, we facing who we face? Liberty University.
Liberty University.
It's gonna be a good game. I'm gonna watch that game too.
And Mobile, Alabama. Shout out to my Alabama family down there.
Hey, shout out to Alabama. Good job. Congratulations, Eastern Michigan University. Congratulations, University of Michigan.
Yeah.
For making it.
And you already know Coach Crane is going to be popping in. But by the way, I don't know who Coach Crane's barber is.
I'm about to say that. Shout out to Coach Crane's barber, man. Whoever's cutting Coach Crane's hair.
With the fresh line every day.
Every day. He probably get every day when he wakes up. I was like, what the? He probably got a black barber too.
Hey, man. Hey, I don't know who it is, but hey, man, my man be fresh. Whomever the barber is, hey, man, look, you need to have your own business.
One time he wasn't wearing a hat. I was like, he just want to show off his fresh cut. It's cold outside.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's what he wants to do.
It was the Western Michigan game. I was like, nigga, it's cold.
It's freezing.
Goodness gracious.
Oh, that's funny.
Shout out to Coach Creighton. I need a job. I'm broke. All right, anyway. Now, speaking of broke, that was a great segue. An ex-Detroit police sergeant is charged after stealing $30,000 from a jail ATM. Yes, you heard it from the crisscross corner. An ex-Detroit police sergeant is charged after stealing $30,000 from a jail ATM.
Oh, at least it wasn't James Craig.
Yeah. They still vote for his behind. And you think that was bad. Here's another story.
Oh, no.
So Chris, let's just say you do drugs or sell drugs and you have all your drugs at your house.
Mhm.
Somebody, finds out that you have drugs at your house. They call the DEA, the FBI, Drug Task Force. They come to your house. They come to your house. They knock on the door. They knock on the door.
What?
Now, when you look out the front door and you see probably a lot of people, a lot of police officers outside your door. You've seen TV, you've seen SWAT. They're surrounding your house. They're not just in front. Guess what this guy does in East Point? East Point, Michigan.
Let me get that. I can tell you what he hid underneath the mattress.
Oh. He threw the cocaine outside of a second-story window. And guess where the cocaine went? Guess where the cocaine went? Right in front of the officers. How to arrest his ass. Can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, Chris. This is what happens in Detroit, folks. Shout out to all the listeners in Detroit, Houston, Atlanta, Los Angeles, Miami, Charlotte, New York City, Chicago, Toronto.
Oh my God.
But this guy literally is the epitome of stupidity. If you're not supposed to be selling drugs at this point. You're supposed to flush the stuff down the toilet. That's number one. Second of all, why'd you throw it out the second-story window if you see the cops outside?
I guess he wanted to audition for the Lions, I guess.
Like, oh, what's that white stuff? There it is. There's evidence.
Hey, you know what his song's gonna be when he's in jail? They got me locked up, won't let me out.
Let me
out. Won't let me out. Got me locked up, won't let me out.
Speaking of locked up, won't let you out. Here's another story. This one's gonna make you be like, what the heck? So punches were thrown in a fight over a parking spot at Somerset Mall. Now the holidays are in full effect at Somerset, and you know how full that parking lot gets, especially the parking structure attached to the mall. So if someone, if you're going in a spot and someone takes your spot, you want to fight, right? These guys actually did it.
You spent 30 minutes just finding a spot.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't gotten into the mall yet.
Right. So yeah, there was some fists flying. So happy holidays, everybody.
You know, I know there's a term season's greetings, but I guess these guys thought of season's beatings at this point, because that's just insane. You find over, like, come on, y'all. You're killing me.
It's ridiculous. Speaking of killing me, watch out for the Porch Pirates, everybody. It's Christmas. People are excited to get the Amazon packages, the FedEx packages, the United States Postal Service, or UPS. Please make sure that you send them to a P.O. box or Amazon locker, because people are just grabbing stuff for no reason. Okay? Buy it in store. Use a locker, P.O. box. If you're home, please, if you get a notification that something's been dropped off, get to the door and grab it before someone does.
Or better yet, if you're buying something from online, actually pick it up from the store itself.
That's true.
Because you can do that.
Yes, you can.
They'd be like, hey, man, like if you know that you ordered a pair of Jordans to deliver to your house, number one, why would you do that in the first place? But hey, be that as it may, just pick it up. Just pick it up. Because it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And you know what? Somebody is gonna have a PS5 dropped up at the house for delivery. Somebody's gonna do it.
And someone's gonna steal it. I'm not gonna tell you who it is, but I need a PS5.
All I'm saying is that if I'm walking down the street and if I was on 6 Mile near Van Dyke for whatever reason, and if I just so happen to see nearby, I'm not gonna say who stole it, but somehow it landed in my car in the trunk, and I just got home with it and I found it in the trunk of my car. I didn't buy it, but I found it.
Anyway, speaking of finding things in
I'm
cars,
just saying.
people are using Apple AirTags to track high-end cars to steal.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Now, Apple, this is a perfect example of how things can be used so much for great, but they can also be used for evil.
I swear.
Apple was like, you can track your stuff. If you lose something, you can find it with your Apple AirTags. These niggas here was like, hey, I see a Hellcat. Put the Apple AirTag in the glove department. We're gonna steal it tomorrow night. So watch out, folks. Please lock your cars. Make sure that you know what's in your car at the time. Make sure if you see any crazy things on your car, like an Apple AirTag, please take it off.
Even better. Apple has a for y'all who didn't notice, there's a setting under the privacy section that actually has track of your significant location that you've been at. So in other words, it'll show that you were at the mall for say 20 minutes, or you was at this place for 15 minutes. You walked to this place, it took like a 12-minute walk or so. So for you guys and girls out there, if you tell your significant other, oh man, look, I was just at work, they call me in and such, and she'd be like, no, let me check your significant locations and such. Oh wait, you was at Sheila's house? Oh wait, what's the place that you was on?
Gotta be Sheila's house, Chris. This hit a little too close to home.
I'm just saying, hey, I'm just telling you, when I say that they is watching everything that we do, they watching everything that we do, man.
My stuff's always off. They don't never know where I'm at.
Take Chris's advice. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. Yeah. So please watch out for everybody. Watch out for your locations on your phone. Watch out for porch pirates, and watch out for crazy people at Somerset, because that's just Somerset. We're not even talking about 12 Oaks or Great Lakes Crossing or Tanger Outlets, Fairlane, Oakland Mall. I forgot Oakland Mall. I forgot Oakland Mall was still a mall.
I forgot it was still a mall too. I thought it was torn down.
They might as well.
Wait. You said Great Lakes Crossing already, right?
Yeah.
I've only been that place once.
Hey, when you come up here next week, we can go.
Hey.
It's gonna be lit. All right.
Yeah, and literally and figuratively, but
and figuratively. So yeah, to submit a story for the podcast or anything you want us to talk about on the podcast, please join the Facebook group on Facebook, Crisscross Corner Podcast. You join the other 711 people that are joining the conversation every week. And you can also give us topics for the top 10 list, which this week there's a top 20 list, because we're going to be talking about my top 20 songs of 2009.
Oh boy.
Now,
what a good year that was for music.
Great year. We're also going to talk about some things about Christmas later in the show. But right now, let's talk about these 20 songs from 2009. There's a lot of controversy with this list. It took me about 3 days to make this list complete because there was too many lit songs from 2009. Just to let you guys know, there's a lot of Jay-Z on here.
As it should.
There's some Drake. This is Drake's first year.
As it should.
There's some Black Eyed Peas. And there's some Lady Gaga in here.
As it should.
So let's kick it off with my honorable mentions from 2009. We have number one from my honorable mentions. We have Doesn't Mean Anything by Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
Hey Soul Sister by Train.
That really come out 2009?
Yep. Sadly, but it did.
Thought it came out earlier, but okay.
Rude Boy by Rihanna. Bulletproof by LaRue.
I ain't gonna lie, I was listening to that song today. I was listening to that song today. I can't even lie to you, man. I'm not gonna lie.
That's from what's it, Pitch Perfect? Bulletproof. Okay, anyway. 21 Guns by Green Day is an honorable mention. And Try Sleeping with a Broken Heart by Alicia Keys.
I agree. It's a good song.
Honorable mention.
Great song.
Okay, that's not PG.
There's a lot of heat in 2009. What can I say?
Too much heat. So yeah, number 20 of my top 20 song of 2009 is Bedrock by Young Money.
Yeah.
I can make your bed rock. I can make your bed rock.
Make your bed rock.
Okay, anyway. Number 19.
That was pretty good.
Right, my Little Wayne impersonation. Anyway,
Weezy and baby and the F is for Madonna.
I was like, give this man some water. Shit. Anyway, number 19, we have "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus. Put my hands up, play my song.
That's enough. That's enough.
That's
That's enough.
not in my head like yeah.
Enough, please.
Like, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Oh my God.
18 of my top 20 songs of 2009. We have "Know Your Enemy" by Green Day.
Thank God, anything but that.
Do you know your enemy? When SmackDown made that their theme song, I was like, all right, WWE, we're on a roll here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not better than what's that one SmackDown intro?
Are you talking about "Rise Up" by Drowning Pool?
Yeah, Rise Up. Yeah.
Oh, that's the GOAT of SmackDown themes. That's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say, is that for the short time when they were doing "The Beautiful People" by Marilyn Manson, and I'll say "Know Your Enemy." So I'll say that.
Know Your Enemy. Yeah,
I'll say that.
That was when they were like joined shows. There wasn't like SmackDown had a show and then Raw had a show. It was more like when they were joined.
It was like
weird.
SmackDown Super Show.
Or the Raw Super Show featuring Brock Lesnar.
Oh man.
That was great. That was great. That was a good storyline.
They need to do Friday Night SmackDown featuring Roman Reigns or starring Roman. They need to do that.
Oh my God. They should. That's heat.
Vince, I'm giving you ideas. On
Fox.
And they got the money to do it. They'll do it.
Dog, did you see Survivor Series? He was like $100 million. He was like, yeah, that's what my next contract is gonna be. I was like, Lord. He was like for the AEW.
I was like, these motherfuckers right here is really promoting an egg. Like
again.
I've seen it all.
I've seen it all too. Anyway, number 17, we got "I Got a Feeling" by Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, tonight's gonna be a good night. All right. Number 16, "Alejandro" by Lady Gaga.
Hey.
Alejandro. Number 15, "Knock You Down" by Carrie Hilson, featuring Neo and Kanye West.
She got that good. She Michael Jackson bad.
Sometimes love
when I say that you can literally not go anywhere and not hear that song on the radio, you can literally not go anywhere and not hear that song on the radio.
Right. Speaking of, also this song, number 14, "All the Right Moves" by One Republic.
It's a great song.
All the right places.
Great song.
Number 13, "Young Forever" by Jay-Z, featuring Mr. Hudson.
You know, we might as well put the entire Blueprint 3 on this list.
You might as well, because it's coming. It's coming.
Mm-hmm. We ain't gotten to the best songs from that album yet.
Not yet. Number 12, "Beluga Heights." We have "What You Say" by Jason Derulo.
Jason Derulo.
Beluga Heights. 2009, 2010 was a transition. I can just say that.
It was.
Number 11.
The iPhone was barely out.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook was like 4 years old at the time. Think about that.
Damn.
Think about that.
I was still posting about, I'm going to bed.
What was that? Wait. Instagram wasn't around at that time.
Nope.
TikTok wasn't around. Twitter had just started.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy when you think about that.
It is.
Moving on. Let me stop.
That's good though. Number 11, we have "Down" by Jay Sean featuring Lil Wayne. Down, 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 down.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say it about this song. If you want to know radio airplay 101 starter kit, it is that song. Say the same thing like, "Baby, is you down, 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 down?" And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But when you're younger, you're like, "Hey, this shit lit." You're like, "Hey." It's like,
I can't right now. Anyway, here comes the fire. We got our top
Okay.
10 songs of 2009 right here. This is my opinion. So don't at me, because if you do, come up with your fist balled up. Now, number 10
Hey.
is Best I Ever Had by Drake.
Yeah, I agree.
Best I ever had, best I ever had. You the best. You the best. You the best.
Right,
All right.
right.
Speaking of you the, number 9 is I'm a Be by the Black Eyed Peas.
I'm a be. But then at the part like when it goes from slow and then it transition to like like I'm gonna be rocking this shit. Hey, y'all, hey!
That is a club song for
No, it
real.
is.
Because on the
No,
radio,
no.
you're like this. You're like, wait, they just went from
But
slow to fast.
bro, if I was old enough to go to Electricity at the time, when that song came out, fam, I would have been in that, but hey,
You said Electricity. I'm done.
either that or that though in Ann Arbor.
That's true. Number 8, we have How You Like Me Now.
About to they ain't playing that in Onyx or like at Magic City. They ain't playing that over there.
They're not.
What was the song?
Number 8 is How You Like Me Now by The Heavy.
How you like me now?
How You Like Me Now?
That's the crazy that song came out, Sean. That is insane.
Remember the time. All right, anyway. Number 7, She Wolf by Shakira. Anyway,
Song's lit. Still
it was lit. Number 6 is Break Even by The Script.
Oh, I forgot about that song.
Time to break even.
I forgot about that song. Didn't Hall of Fame come out that year?
Hall of Fame was 2012, I think. 2012.
Okay. All right, that's
or 2013, one of them years.
Right.
Number 5, Unthinkable / I'm Ready by Alicia Keys.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
When fam, let me tell y'all this.
Chad Michael Murray in that music video. That was hilarious. I was like, Alicia Keys can't go with Chad Michael Murray. She was Swiss Beats.
Fam, when I tell y'all that was like when I tell y'all that was the song that you tried to talk to old girl who you've been having your eye on at school in high school for quite some time, and you try to like get that slow dance in or what have you. You try to, but then she looks at you and she looks up and down, and then she looked at the other guy who's like the bad boy type. I'm kind of basically saying my high school story in a nutshell. And you
Dang, Chris. Way to leave it on the podcast. Way to say it on the podcast.
Hey, man. That's all I'm saying. Hey, man.
I'm ready.
It's a good song, though. Now I want to listen to that song again.
And then when she goes to the other guy, you're like, I see you driving around town with the girl I love. And I'm like, beat you. Ooh.
No. Hey, I got one, but hey, I'm gonna turn back the time from like 2004. I'll be like, like God think that you should let it burn when you feel it, then you feel somebody.
Let it burn. Not Usher.
I do want to go.
Not Usher. I miss everybody. Oh, we miss everybody. Well, anyway, number four, Forever. We have Drake, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem.
It may not
be nothing to y'all.
Understand me.
Lit. That was probably the beginning of the end for like old school hip hop.
Yeah, it was.
Because Drake pretty much took over after that. 2009 was the Drake takeover.
It was the Drake takeover, and then you got a couple years later when J. Cole comes in the mix, and then you got Kendrick who comes into the mix.
Mm-hmm.
I think Friday Night Lights had just came out by J. Cole at that time.
Yeah, 2000, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So yeah, number 3, we have Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
I agree.
Roll my. All right, anyway. That was my favorite Lady Gaga song. Number 2. We're just gonna keep it, in the blueprint 3. Number 2 is Empire State of Mind.
I'll wait for that.
Jay-Z and Alicia Keys.
Yeah, and no, little mama, you will not get the acknowledgement for jumping on stage at the VMAs that year, and you're like, I'm like, who is you? Who
Like,
is you?
who's this guy? Like,
Bro, nobody ever talks about that. Everybody talks about what Kanye at that year's VMAs. Nobody ever talks about that.
nope. But yeah,
I'm
gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
But Beyonce had one of the best music videos of all time.
I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. But Michigan just won the Big Ten championship.
But see, here's the thing. That's why I like Kanye. Like, who would have the balls to do that?
No, he almost did the same thing. He almost did the same thing to Beck at the Grammys. Did you see that?
I did.
He was like, I ain't gonna do this.
But to hit the
there were so many other albums that could have won. Like it was best album of the year or something like that. And then Beck won. It was 2014.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It was like Morning Fish or something like that from Beck. And then Kanye was like, you know what? Let me do this one more time.
But he was like, no, I ain't gonna do it.
He's like, I ain't gonna do this.
But when around 2009, that was little did we know My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy would come out the next year.
That's true.
Which, by the way,
still one of his best albums.
I think personally, this is his best album. Personally.
Cool. My Dark Twisted Fantasy?
My Dark Twisted Fantasy, I'll give that number 1, Graduation number 2.
The Graduation is my favorite Kanye album.
Late Registration, I'll get that number 3.
Interesting. Okay.
Everything from College Dropout to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is like God tier. Mm-hmm. But after after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy,
it kind of falls off a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still. I mean, it goes from having the album great to like certain songs on the album.
Right.
After like, My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Of the Yeezus album, there's like only 3 songs I would keep. Definitely Blood on the Leaves. I'll keep that. But that's a whole other concept for like
right.
Kanye.
Anyway, speaking of Kanye and what happened, this song is very eerie nowadays because they're all billionaires. But number 1 is "Run This Town" by Jay-Z, Kanye, and Rihanna.
Oh, it has to be number 1.
Literally, it's very eerie because it's like, dang, they really prophesied this back in 2009.
And if you still have NBA 2K13, you know where I'm going with this. That was the intro song when you first popped the game in, and now on the menu out, that was on the menu songs and stuff, and you couldn't skip that thing for nothing.
You could,
but you didn't mind it. We didn't mind it
because we was like, hey, I'm about to play with the Pistons. No, okay. Anyway,
back when we had Rodney Stuckey, Charlie Villanueva.
Charlie Villanueva. No.
Antonio, wait. Jason Maxiel.
Not Jason Maxiel. I forgot about that whole name, Jason Maxiel. I had his jersey.
Dang, Chris.
Why? It was cheap. But
God damn.
But that's not the point. I had a Pistons jersey.
God damn, Chris. You monster.
Anyway, to submit a top 10 list or top 20 list, support the podcast on Anchor. Anchor.fm/crisscrosscorners/support. Now let's get to the topic of the day. When is it too early to start Christmas music? For me, I believe the day after Thanksgiving. That's when you start it, like fire it up, like blast it loud. People before Thanksgiving who start Christmas music, you guys, I'm gonna say this on the podcast. You guys are horrible. You guys. This is a PG show now because we're streaming live in Houston, so I got to be PG now because the people at Mix Talk Radio don't like me to cuss. So I got to say, you guys are horrible. You guys are really horrible people. I'm gonna kick you in your butt and shut off your radio.
You're trying so hard.
On Christmas music before Thanksgiving.
You're trying so hard.
I am trying so hard not to let my real feelings out on this show.
You're trying so hard, man.
But please keep your Christmas music to yourself before Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, blast it loud. I don't care. It's Christmas.
Oh, it's nice. Shout it
out loud. All right, anyway. What do you think, Chris?
You know what? I heard a couple of folks here in Indiana who are playing Christmas music mid-September.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, hold up now. Now, granted, if it brings them happiness, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But me, no,
You're not.
no. Now after Thanksgiving, blasted.
Blast it loud.
Hey, you can play the Nat King Cole Christmas album. You could play the Kurt Franklin and the Family Christmas album.
That's my next thing. What Christmas song are you blasting the moment Thanksgiving's over? What's your number one song that you have to blast? That first Christmas song of the year. As soon as you're done with all the turkey, all the cornbread, all the rolls, all the mac and cheese.
Okay. There was no turkey over here for Thanksgiving.
All the collard greens, the ham, the lamb, the chicken, whatever you eat.
I got beans, greens, potatoes.
After all that, what's the first song? What we blasting?
First song for me that we blasting, without question, is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, specifically the Jackson 5 version.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
We gotta play the Jackson 5 version first.
That's good. Okay, so my version.
We are not playing All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. We are not playing that.
Yeah, we're not playing that. I'm sorry.
No, sir.
Anyway, for my first one is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by The Temptations. Just crank up the whole Temptations Christmas card album. Just do that. Doesn't even matter what song you pick. Just play the song. Just play the album. And then you said something about the Jackson 5. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. That's my favorite Jackson 5 Christmas song.
Hey, I listened to that song today.
I did too. I didn't even mean to listen to it either. I was like, hey, the Jackson 5's on the radio. Hey. That's just a great day.
Yeah, that song. What else? Another song? Oh, without question, the Nat King Cole Christmas album. That is a must. That's a must. I like it. Is not Christmas until I hear that song and I hear "Oh Holy Night." Oh, that's another thing too. Favorite Christmas song? What is it?
I would say The First Noel. That's one of my favorite Christmas songs. The First Noel.
Oh damn, that's my favorite. That's my favorite one.
And I have Little Drummer Boy, specifically by either The Temptations or Pentatonics.
The Pentatonic one is pretty good. I'll give him credit for that.
Very good. Very good. What about you?
The First Noel, definitely Nat King Cole version. Got it. I'm sorry. That's my favorite Christmas song.
I just heard the Isley Brothers version of that song, and it's up there now. It's in my top 10 First Noel songs. It's up there. You should listen to it when we get done with this.
I guess I will. What's that?
I was like, what the? This is pretty good.
Now I gotta listen to "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Luther. Now I gotta listen to that.
No, not Luther.
Yeah.
You know what an underrated Christmas album is?
If you say the jingle.
No, I'm not saying that. But we are gonna get into that in a few minutes. We're gonna talk about the Take 6 Christmas album.
Jesus.
Take Six Christmas album is underrated. It's all a cappella. This is before Pentatonics.
I haven't heard it.
Take 6? Are you kidding me?
I mean, if I have, I didn't know it was them.
We're taking your black card. We're taking it. Just give it to me. Just.
Well, not the first time you've done that.
That's true. That is true. But you gotta listen to it.
What's another song? That's some other listen to. Definitely Silent Night by the Temptations. That's a must. Because wait, no. Say it with me, y'all. In my mind.
In my mind. That meme will never be old. You'd be like, hold on. In my mind. I'm done.
Oh, that's why I love black folks. That's why I love them, man. Because you can say just those three, but in my mind, and then everybody knows.
We already know what you're talking about. We're talking about the Temptations Christmas, okay?
Oh my God.
Goodness gracious.
Right.
Yeah. What other songs before we get out of here?
Let's see. The Kurt Franklin and the Family Christmas album is underrated.
It is underrated.
Very underrated.
So much so I forgot about it.
Hey, you know, Kurt Mines.
I forgot about Kirk.
Kurt Franklin Mines will have been the Human Torch because it was nothing but hot fire on that album from top down.
That one album what was it, 2002?
Which one?
From Kirk Franklin with He Reigns, Awesome God.
Oh, yeah.
That is probably one of the best. I'm gonna do a top 10. I'm gonna do a top 10 gospel albums of all time.
It's up there.
Gospel or Christian R&B, because that's basically what Kirk Franklin is. He's not gospel. He's basically Christian R&B.
Yeah, be like,
now commissioned. I'm playing. Now that I'm playing. Commissioned, and what's the other group from the 90s?
Oh, I almost said I almost said the Mighty Clouds of Joy. I almost said them, but that's like
that's definitely gospel.
They've been around for like decades.
Yeah, that's gospel.
They got a whole like anthology. Like if you go listen
you
to
said the anthology.
They got
anthology.
They got everything. They don't have like just this. They don't have like they got like decades worth of stuff.
They do.
But by the way, I think low key, if there was a versus battle, Elevation versus Hillsong, who wins?
Dang, that's a good question.
Cause they got.
If you go by longevity, Hillsong will win regardless because Hillsong's been around longer. Elevation got them hits though.
They
Elevation got that would be a good versus.
That would be.
That should be our next episode versus. Because I got some. They were talking about Beyonce and what's her name?
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, yes. she's so old, I forgot her name.
Anyway. Honestly, and I still say I would much rather have Beyonce versus Janet Jackson. I would much rather have that.
That would be a good one. However, the Beehive has their thing. Beyonce's now of today's music fans. Janet Jackson / Mariah Carey is more of our mom's favorite music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like the parents versus the kids, basically.
Hey, that's basically what it is.
It's still a good time. I'm not going to say I hate this person over this one because both of them or all three female artists are great. So, however, Beyonce going
I'm still waiting to see Missy Elliott versus Busta Rhymes. I'm still waiting for it. I really.
They did announce that, didn't they?
I'm still waiting for it.
Is it going to be that good though?
Yes.
Is it though? No.
Yes.
I talked about this in the car before we went to the Christmas thing tonight. We were talking about this will be a great versus. And this will be a good 10-hour versus. We're going to have Timbaland versus the Neptunes. Who got the better hits? Who got the hits? Exactly.
If you're going to do a tag team versus, I would say the Neptunes versus Timbaland and Kanye.
I can't do a tag team. You got to do one-on-one. You got to do one-on-one.
Okay, well.
Okay, Pharrell Williams versus Timbaland.
That's literally that's literally the late 90s and most of the 2000s right there.
It's lit. Just like in the words of Travis Scott, it's lit.
It's lit. Bring the phone, baby. But yeah, like that would be insane.
Right. They're just not thinking right now. They're not thinking that versus. They gave us, what is it, Bone Thugs and Harmony? Who wants to see that?
Bone Thugs and Harmony versus 3 6. Which, by the way,
3 6 Mafia? 3 6 Mafia?
When I say as far as the funniest versus.
Like what?
It was funny, but without question, the funniest versus battle, and it still is to this day.
Babyface.
Oh yeah, you already know.
Babyface and Teddy Riley. I go back and watch that every 3 months. I watch that.
If you really need a good laugh during this holiday season, just go on YouTube and watch that versus. Watch the Tony Barker, reaction to it.
Tony Barker.
Yes.
Tony Baker, you mean?
Baker, excuse me.
Tony Baker and Doughboy. They did a real.
Yeah, but watch the reaction. It was spot on. My man's had a full-blown concert stage set up, and Baker was like, I got these hits. He was like,
I got these hits. Well, anyway, we got to go because we're at our time limit of the day. Shout out to the Kris Cross Corner Podcast Facebook group. Thank you for Chris Bird for joining us today on the show. And shout out to everybody listening to the show in Houston, Detroit, Los Angeles, Ghana, Nigeria, Norway, Singapore, Australia, India, China, Japan, and Taiwan.
Dang, we're international.
We're everywhere now.
We're everywhere. We on the line with it.
Yes, we are. Even on the lodge. If you're on the lodge, Westside Detroit. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other. And happy holidays.